Hi, and thanks for being here. I just wanted to give you a bit of insight on this video in regards to international travel around Southeast Asia. I've been on about 15, 16 airlines at least over the last 18 months. I've had at least 20 trips internationally and domestically. So I've flown economy, premium and business class, came very close to first class, but I'll be doing that next year. And so I've got a pretty good insight into what's good, what's bad and what's indifferent in regards to what airlines, layovers, leaving the airport, staying in the airport, VIP lounges, and of course the pricing. I'm going to give you a couple of websites at the end of this to give you some insight as to how you can find the best pricing for your flight return anywhere in the world, but of course my focus right now is Southeast Asia. Okay, for the purposes of this exercise, we're going to start with Auckland to Bangkok return, 2 people, mid-October, 2 months from now, and we're going economy. The cheapest is Hainan, which is a Chinese airline. I've flown it before, it was fantastic. $1,700 return to Bangkok. Yes, you're looking at that going 25 hours. Yeah, it's because it's got a 10-hour layover. You can get a 1.5-hour layover if you wish, but that flight might not be available or it might cost you slightly more. So I suggest if you've got a 10-hour layover, enjoy it. How about you leave the airport? If you're a Kiwi, you can go on there's a 144-hour visa and you can leave the airport and go and see the local area. Absolutely fantastic. Or get a VIP lounge, which I routinely do. If it's like, 5 or 6 hours or a little bit less, I'll get a VIP lounge. So 12-hour flight economy is going to be a bit tough, but that's not too bad. I'm used to traveling. Just make sure you get some headphones, some noise-cancelling headphones. Okay, so this trip on Air New Zealand Thai, Air New Zealand doesn't fly direct to Bangkok, of course, anymore. $2,600, so $1,000 more. 14 hours with a 1.5-hour layover in Singapore. Your bags will go straight through, and that'll be you done. No time for a VIP lounge on this one. Haha. Okay, here we go. Let's try premium class. We've got Cathay Pacific, a very, very good airline, top 10 in the world. Round trip, 2 people, $5,500. Then you're comparing that to Air New Zealand Singapore, also in the top 10, $7,880. So that's like $2,000 more for a similar experience. To be honest, I know what I would do. I would take off some time in Hong Kong, see the sights, but of course you can get a shorter layover, but there you go. Big price difference. Okay, now let's look at business class. Okay, here we go. Now we've got business class, same airline as the economy flight, same day, same time, $7,000. The interesting thing is that business class on this airline is the same as premium with the Air New Zealand and Singapore. Definitely go business class in this case, even though it's an Asian airline. You're thinking maybe it won't be quite as good. You've got lie down, completely flat. You've got the best food, although it's got an Asian twist to most things, unlimited wine, priority boarding, and VIP lounge access. So absolutely go for that if you want. That's my suggestion, and that's what I've done absolutely every time. Okay, the purpose of this video is a bit of business class via China Southern Airlines. There we go, hot tail to start. Pretty much all business class flights have hot tails. Some international premium class also have hot tails. There we go, a bit of an appetizer. But yeah, China Southern I found, apart from the unlimited alcohol and food, the service is exceptional of all the major Asian airlines, even the minor ones too actually, compared to some of the more westernised, Air New Zealand and Cathay Pacific. But yeah, I found the Asian airlines to have the best service overall for sure. Here we go. I forgot even what kind of soup I was having, whether it was pumpkin or sweet corn. Looks the same. Probably had too many wines, didn't look at the menu. So yeah, I'm more into my Asian food. There is a couple of Western options, generally speaking, maybe 7 or 8 Asian, a couple of Western options. So if Asian food is not your thing, you may want to reconsider flying an Asian airline. Your call. But I'll show you some pricing at the end, which might change your mind. There we go, Kit loves her prawns. A lot of seafood, a lot of noodles, a lot of soups. And of course mains. Yeah, very comfortable. We got a couple of hours shut eye. Lie flat, of course. Loving it. Okay, so we're coming into Guangzhou. I've only flown a couple of hours, pretty much. Had a meal, had a quick snooze, and then we're coming into Guangzhou. Amazing view. Now, Guangzhou, you have to have a visa if you're not one of the 50 countries that is visa-free. I am visa-free from New Zealand, but Kik is not. I did not pay attention to not get her the visa. You have to learn it the hard way. So Kik could not leave the airport, so we could not get a hotel outside the airport. So we had 16 hours in this lounge. Check it out. You're thinking 16 hours in a lounge, that's a bit rough, but yeah, there's a bit of a surprise at the end, just wait for it. So yeah, unlimited food, unlimited booze. This is the best lounge I have had of all my lounge experiences in the last 18 months. Well, the last 30 years of flying, 35 years of flying, easily. Incredible. So it's part of your business class flight. No additional cost. And you'll be blown away by the pricing at the end of this too. Places to work, places to eat, places to drink, and more importantly, places to snooze. Massage chairs and 2 bars. I could live here. Wish I could. So anyway, at this stage we're thinking, oh my God, we've got about 6 hours after midnight to actually get our flight. 10 hours at the airport, have a bit of a snooze and a feed, but they're going to chuck us out at midnight because for security reasons, no one in, no one out. And so we're sitting there thinking, oh well, it could be worse, but hey, we'll just have a bit of a snooze, enjoy ourselves. Anyway, it's getting to, around about 11:30, and we're starting to, starting to get a little bit concerned about how we're going to spend the next 6 hours. Nothing's open outside the airport at that time. There's no restaurants, bars, or cafes open. There's fresh water and toilets. That's about it. But anyway, so we get there and we're about to leave. They're like, enjoy your flight. We're like, we've got a flight in 6 hours' time. That's right. We've got 2 rooms for the night. So they gave us 2 rooms complimentary. They have about half a dozen at this particular lounge. And yeah, they were all full. Fantastic. No additional cost. I've never had rooms in a VIP lounge overnight. First time. Loved it. So anyway, after that, yeah, got our flight a couple of hours later. Anyway, 2 websites. The websites you have to go to, first of all, go to Google Flights. Google Flights, just Google it. There it is, Google Flights. And then you can pick a destination. So you start with your departure. And so here we go, Google Flights, start with your departure, which in this case is Auckland. Where am I going to? I'm just going to click Explore. I'm going to leave it blank. I'm going to choose how many adults. I'm going to choose my type of flight. I'll leave it at economy. I can change that later. Boom, you get a world map. And on the world map from Auckland, it'll give you a destination and all the pricing, a return for 2 people in this case. And it's kind of fun. You'll spend a bit of time here. You'll find you'll be able to go a long distance for a couple of grand return, 2.5. Of course, it depends on what time of the day you're leaving, what kind of flight, the day of the week, the time of the year. But you can have a lot of fun with this one. Kid in a candy shop. Check it out. Singapore, Los Angeles, Tokyo, anywhere in the world. You zoom in and you zoom out, of course, and it just changes automatically. It's fantastic. Okay, my second flight map website place is Skip Lagged. You will find flights on here you'll find nowhere else because this guy has an algorithm. Here we go. Skip Lagged. Put in your departure. Yeah, Wellington. Okay, well let's try Auckland like the rest. You've got to put in your destination in this particular one. It's not quite as user-friendly as the Google Maps one. Yeah, okay. Put how many people. Return. Yeah, go to Bangkok. Put your dates, departure and arrival. And then hit search. Okay, it takes a little bit of while, and then boom, here's your list. So the filters on the left, much like Google, you can choose what airlines to include and exclude. You can also choose how long you want the complete trip to take, how many stops, how long's a stopover, that kind of thing. But it starts with, I always pick the best value. You've got to be very careful where you're stopping. Obviously, you don't want to spend too long on a layover unless you want to go outside the airport. Also, are you going to take your bags through? Which 80% of the flights on Skip Lagged, you take your bags through, but some of the cheaper flights, you disembark, you pick up your luggage and you check in. It may seem like a hassle, but you can save hundreds, if not thousands, on a longer journey if you do it that way. But this website will help you do that. So go Google Flights, I would say, as a recommendation, or Skip Lagged for a bit of fun. But you can't go wrong with these 2 sites, and these are the only 2 sites I currently use. I'm sure there are others out there, but I've not found any better than these 2. There we go. So once you've got your flight, you go book now, and like with Google Flights, in this particular one it jumps to, the old hotel thing for the bit of the upsell. You can skip all that and go straight to your flights, booking, and then of course you'll be able to choose which app you want to book on. I choose booking.com if I can on any of these engines because I normally plug into booking.com so I can see all my flights, all my history. I can gather points on booking.com. for freebies, but I like to have everything in one place. Go to Gate I've used quite a bit. My Trip also. Boom. So look, if you've got any questions, you can come back to me. I've got the details coming up in about 3, 2, 1. Here we go. www.cadentours.com, info@cadentours.com, or my mobile is on 24/7. I don't really sleep much these days. Love to see you in Asia. Love to talk with you anywhere. Keep in touch. Chat soon.